Okay, hello again everybody, it's only me, Wushu Richard, and I'm making a very simple, quick video for everybody here tonight. Talk video on martial arts, and this video was requested by my bro DEMZLY, okay? Brother DEMZLY, and basically I've got a bit of a cold tonight. I have a cold, but I have to go out tonight and be teaching my Wing Chun again, so my system, like to my new students, newer students, and I have to go out and do some training. We're going to be training outside, wrapped up more warm or inside, but for me, my whole life's about martial arts and sharing, so although I love to do my creative stuff, my art and everything, martial arts is always something that I live for, so anyway, I've got to eat something before I go, hopefully too, dinner wise, but anyway, let me just say what I was saying. This video was requested by DEMZLY. Okay, DEMZLY. This is something I've talked about before in the past. I've done it. I've always, gone on about this in the past before. But anyway, this is something that is like so obvious to me. It's so normal to me. But DEMZLY's asked me to talk about the perfect build for a martial artist. The perfect build. First of all, you've got males and females. Don't forget too. People of different ages and people of different natural body type and build anyway. Okay, obviously it's not good to be super thin, or it's not good to be obese, overweight, if you can help it, you know what I mean? But we're not talking about that, okay? It's like what a good martial artist should have, in my opinion, is good strength in the body. To a degree, right? A degree of strength that should be there to do various techniques. That actually comes from training as well, in the martial arts as well as the working out stuff. But flexibility is a must. You don't have to be the absolute most flexible person on earth, but you have to be flexible, isn't that? But we're talking about the actual build, and it's the way that my bro DEMZLY, okay, it's the way that my bro DEMZLY actually asked the question about what's the perfect build as such for a martial artist, or when you think the best or a good build to have. Well, the thing is, I don't look into things like that. I don't look into things like you have to be a certain, you know what I mean, like have heavyweight, lightweight, middle weight, like in boxing and UFC and all of that. I don't look at things like that. I think people like there are martial artists or people that have done it, like even Bruce Lee, I'm sure, looked into things like that because he was fascinated by boxing and all kinds of different working out, wrestling and Western stuff like that, But I was saying, with me, I don't look at it like that. For me, I totally train the traditional way. I do my own my way of training, but I take everything I've learned, the techniques and the physical, the training of the kung fu mainly, kung fu, wushu, and all the traditional martial arts stuff I've learned from kung fu systems, from karate, anything I've picked up from like bits and pieces of like ninjutsu or aikido, but it's all coming from traditional background where it's not based on muscles, how big and muscly you are, but it's based on the techniques, okay, and the energies from inside. But you should have some build. For myself, I'd be better if I had some more muscle on me. I'm thin, I'm slim, but then again, it would be better to be a bit more muscly, just ever so slightly, I feel. But depending on what you want to do. So what I'm saying is I don't need that for what I'm doing now. But it's like for certain things. If you want to be a good, like, strong kickboxing type fighter, or if you're doing, you see what I'm saying? It depends on what you do. If you do UFC or things like that, or what I mean, MMA, sorry, or kickboxing or Muay Thai or boxing, even karate, depending on how you would train it. You see what I'm saying? If it's like something really physical, even wrestling systems, right? It's savate, things like that. If you're really, if you're doing something which requires you to have a bigger physique or a more muscle, I don't know. I can't express it. I really can't explain. It's like what's the best flexibility training for a Wing Chun practitioner? Let's say, for example, me myself, right? I do a lot of Wing Chun training and like small, simple techniques, But it's like I've always focused on flexibility, but in the system like Wing Chun, you don't need that much. You know, it's based on my training before in the past on different other systems. I've done a lot of flexibility training, karate, kickboxing, and wushu type styles. You know, and I still like to keep flexible and do all that. But when you're doing something like Wing Chun, you don't need to be super flexible, right? You see what I'm saying? But it's like, you see, so flexibility might be more for other things, taekwondo, hapkido, wushu, kung fu systems like that. But I'm saying, you know, what I'm trying to say is, you know, with the build, okay, the build in a nutshell, to put it simple, the build is not what we're talking about. I never ever think about the build, you know, the body. You want a good body, I don't think about that. I don't care if it's for show or if it's for power or what. The type of training I do in Kung Fu and see, so you can say, the problem is the question, what is the best build for a martial artist? The problem here is martial artist. You're not even saying Kung Fuist, you're saying a martial art, you're saying like, you see what I'm trying to say? When you've got martial arts and then you've got martial arts. With martial arts, too many people in the modern day, they don't understand martial arts. They think of some guy who goes down the gym, someone who's a fitness guy, a tough guy who can fight with fighting skills, and they know there's like lineage in traditional systems and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they're competitive sport fighters, they're boxers, wrestlers, whatever, UFC. They'll say whatever they want. Oh, they'll talk about JKD, they'll talk about Bruce Lee and all of that. But to me, that's all modern stuff too. Yeah. But when you go into the deeper things like Wing Chun again, Chinese arts like, you know, Tai Chi, Bagua, okay, for example. When you talk about ninjutsu and things and Aikido and these traditional arts, which I'm all about and I like to look at. You know, even the kind of training you might see in like Qigong kind of training. You know what I'm trying to say? That it's not always about muscle and build and being a fitness guy, a gym guy, not even a big bodybuilder. I was saying, even just thinking about a body like, oh, you know, a tough looking boxer. We're not thinking about muscle and body like that. We're not saying you should be totally weak and a skin and bone anorexic guy. I'm not saying that, but you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's not about the build. But you want to be, if you're a martial artist, you want to be flexible, have a good degree of flexibility, dynamics that you want to do a lot of training, you know, endurance, fair enough, train your strength from there. Naturally, if you do a bit of exercise, maybe a little bit of light weights or push-ups and things like that, which I should do more of. I know, I'm just saying, for example, you can't do everything, but if you do a lot of training and different training for your arms and your legs, you'll get some muscle. Like I've got much stronger legs than my arms in terms of muscle, because I do a lot of stance work and squatting and things like that, you know, the same way as if you did a lot of push-ups, you'd get this or that. But as for people that worry about the look of their body, their chest, their abs, how are you going to get some abs, man? How are you going to get a 6-pack or an 8-pack? What the hell is that all about? For the look or what? I don't care if someone punches you in the stomach and you can take the blow, or into your face and you can say, so but what is that trying to prove? You know what I'm trying to say? We don't do martial arts to compete. We don't do martial arts to put ourselves in a, I don't know what kind of a light you're trying to put yourself in. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, the light is only in the darkness anyway. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, shining, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? The light isn't there to be on show. The light is there to show everyone the truth. You know what I'm trying to say? So, my basic overall thing is just as I've said to you. I don't give a damn about the build. So basically, my final point on it, basically, all I can say is a martial artist, yeah, as I've said, should have good flexibility. Yeah, good, what do you call it, agility, you know, have some energy in them, some endurance, good breathing, good, that's the physical condition, a bit of strength in them, not too big, I wouldn't say, unless it's a natural thing, you know, it's like anything, naturally, you might be naturally shorter or taller, you might be naturally a man or a woman, a boy or a girl, of different ages too. See what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm trying to say, you don't talk about it like that, so, but the basic thing is, like, if you really are naturally, not fat, but big bone, as Cartman says, you know. Fair enough. But, you know, you shouldn't be trying to be a bodybuilder. And you shouldn't be just doing no exercise. It's like a slim person should be doing more exercise. Someone who's like not, let's say, very strong like myself, they should be doing a lot of exercise. they're not the muscly type, which means a lot more. Get yourself into a better physique, or just with the training, the martial arts anyway that you're doing. Like, I'm training all the damn time, I'm training, but there's various things I'm not doing strength-wise, which I could add on, like weights and push-ups and different things, sit-ups and all that, running. You know, there are things you can do extra always, but the thing is, like, I always maintain a full body workout, but stretching and a lot of other strength exercises that come in that. But that's the most important thing. You know, the most important thing is your body, the techniques. What martial arts are you doing? That's the most important thing. What martial arts are you doing? If you're doing yin and yang, yin-yang martial arts, and I've probably lost you totally now. But literally, if you're somebody who does Tai Chi, for example, or a traditional art, you see what I'm saying? See, to me, these are the best arts. I stay true to the true thing. So, Wing Chun, Tai Chi, things like that. Bagua is great, fair enough. But see what I'm saying? Traditional forms of Kung Fu. But I'm saying Aikido and Ninjutsu I love. These are all my favourite martial arts. If you're just going in for kickboxing, then I would advise you to do, basically a Kung Fu workout is good for all of this stuff, but if you're just doing kickboxing, maybe you'd want to do a bit more push-ups for your arms, some weights to make you a bit stronger, to give that landing, that boxing knockout impact. If you're wrestling, you'll be more bigger and stronger, you're just saying build-wise. Kicks-wise, you know, legs, again, there's a lot of things there, so I'm trying to say, there's a lot. The important thing is the technicality of how you fight, how you move. As a martial artist we're talking about. Fitness, you see what I'm saying? You don't have to be a bodybuilder to be a fit, healthy human being, do you? Just to be a healthy body, not a martial artist. I mean, just someone who's healthy. You don't have to be a bodybuilder, right? You don't have to have a big body for show, right? I'm saying, right? You could just do aerobics and exercise every day, and you'd still be strong in yourself. Strength comes from that flexibility and, you know, training like that, you see. But it's like, as a martial artist, you see, it's how you're going to fight or what you're going to do. If you're lifting up heavy things every day, then you want to have a bigger, stronger body. If you're doing wrestling or something like that, then you want to be a bigger, stronger body. But the thing is, I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to UFC either and all that stuff. I subscribe to MMA. My whole life's about traditional, so Tai Chi and that. You know, Wing Chun and that, and simplicity, Aikido, Ninjutsu, simple crane, tiger, Kung Fu techniques. Yeah, aspects of karate, which I've done in the past. Yeah, I do some kickboxing, you know what I mean? But it's like, but it's just really like that, the traditional arts, you know? Tai Chi and Wing Chun mainly. So it's within your physique, the fluidity, the flexibility, the inner, the core. I can't explain it, within you, and the power from within, the iron thread or whatever they call it. You know what I'm trying to say? The iron wire, like in your body, the strengths within you, in the coiling dynamics of your body and the core, and how you absorb and use the opponent's energy against them when they're pushing you, pull, when they're pulling you, pushing. You don't need that big body, and you don't need that much power to deal with the force. It's just correct alignment, striking accurately, enough power to weak points and that. If you don't want to agree with what I'm saying, then you just listen to Bruce Lee when he says it, if that's what you follow, because he even said that himself. You know, the strongest attacks and to the weakest points, you know, in terms of striking. But just directness, like principles of Wing Chun, if you can put into anything. Economy of motion, energy and stuff like Tai Chi again, so you're not always using force against force like a wrestling or arm wrestle and everything. You're just using what they're opening. When they're opened up or they're putting themselves on balance, you use that. Let them fall all over the place. You see, they're easy to chuck all over the place. They're falling this way, a drunk person's easy falling that way, they're easy to push that way, is what I'm trying to say. But you can't move someone who's so rooted and so muscly and so strong like that. You see what I'm saying? So the problem is not what's the perfect build for a martial artist. I don't subscribe to that, you know, kickboxing, Muay Thai, even Kyokushin karate. I love karate, but you know what I'm trying to say, I don't subscribe to all of that competitive stuff. Oh, competitive, competition, fighter, gym, or anything like that, MMA. I don't subscribe to anything like that. And if I did right from the beginning, then I would look like a right pussy. I wouldn't expect anyone to watch my martial art video, because I am such a thin guy compared to some of these guys you see on there. But I don't train to that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Not laziness, it's okay with that, because I train a certain way for what I do. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video now. I want to say thank you everybody for watching. And okay, sorry, I've had to move the camera, but okay. You know, and I just want to say, basically, you know, I train a certain way for what I do, you know, for my martial arts. Okay, that's what I do. But most people don't do what I do in this day and age. Most people train to be tough fighters in martial arts. You know, tough people that are looked the part. They're able to wrestle you down. They don't even understand about traditional martial arts. I'm not putting people down. There's people out there that want to put down, oh, this dreamy Tai Chi. There's people that want to put down Aikido because it's all soft, and oh man, you watch too many Aikido, I watch too many cigar movies, and they'll say all this and what they want, but they don't have a damn clue what it is. And they'll watch all these videos online with all these modern day young people getting into fights and getting their ass handed to them, people going into Wing Chun stances and getting, oh, a UFC guy knocks the MMA guy knocks that guy out, an Aikido guy steps in a ring fight, again he's beaten by the UFC MMA guy, because none of these there's very far and few between traditionalists that are really doing true martial arts. But I'm saying the true martial arts themselves, the real way is a different kind of training. And the problem is these people ain't even training like fighters. They ain't even training, but they're training because it's like a routine, what do you call it, a fucking, excuse my language. A lot of these traditional martial artists, sadly, are training like, what do you call that, the routine, like it's all a show, like it's just all a daydream, basically. Oh, someone grabs you here, oh, this is how you get them into a lock. Someone does this is how you block, okay, and yeah, it works, man, if you put it, and then they'll start saying certain things, you know, like, oh, oh, it's for meditation, it's a peaceful art, really. They'll say anything, but the truth is they don't have a damn clue that the traditional martial arts were the real deal. But these people that are they're doing pussy low-level training, I'm not putting people down, that is why their asses get hit, no matter what excuses they come out with. I agree with the MMA people, which I totally hate MMA, don't forget, but I agree with those people when they say that these traditional martial artists are talking shit and getting their ass handed to them, looking for excuses. And our martial arts has improved, blah, 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 because they're really no good. But these MMA guys with this ego, they ain't got no idea either. They don't even know. They don't even understand. They don't even know any knowledge of it. The traditional martial arts was the real way. And the training in that is such a high, refined, proper way. You don't need to be that big built wise and be so muscly and fight like that. Yeah, go and look it up on YouTube. Look up these UFC so and so training or whatever. High quality people sweating it out. You know, really training in the gym. They look so fit. They're busting it. Yeah. Even look at this. Look at the physique of let me say, for example, Scott Atkins and Michael Jai White, who I'm a fan of because they both do traditional martial arts. They do a lot of kinds of martial arts, not only MMA. They do a lot of traditional martial arts. They've been around for a while making films too, and they've got a lot of experience. They're real deal fighters and they're great filmmakers, right? So, you know, I'm stars on that. You know, Michael Jai White and Scott Atkins. Look at their physique, great, right? Flexibility, and look at their physique, right? Quite tough, muscly-looking guys. They look the part, right? Like Jean-Claude Van Damme, yeah. But to me, that is not the true martial arts. Now, I can talk to you about Mr. Miyagi, I can talk to you about whatever, and or David Carradine or whatever, and you'll start saying that, oh, you know, I'm in a daydream because I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, because, you know, that was all imaginary daydream old stuff what people used to believe in, this mystical, a skinny guy can do some kung fu and win a fight. They can say whatever they want to say. The truth is, you ain't got a damn clue when people say that. I'm training the real deal, which is invisible. I'm steering more on that path. My training is more geared towards the real kung fu, which people don't have a damn clue about. But a lot of people are steering to, they do today's martial arts. So for today's martial arts, yeah, go down the gym, pump it like if it's not iron, it's bronze. Pump your shit. No. If you want to talk about what martial art in today's modern day for the people that are doing that, well, of course, yeah. Don't listen to me, man. I don't even have experience. I don't even have any experience in that. I've been training my whole life in traditional martial arts. I haven't been doing that shit. But I'm saying these people, Yeah, okay, go and carry a few rocks around if you haven't got weights. But you know what I'm trying to say? Do a load of weights, do push-ups, sit-ups, running up hills, running in water, stretching, train like a military madman, you know, just train like a, you know what I'm saying? That's what it really is. Go down gyms, go UFC, MMA gyms, do some jiu-jitsu, do grappling, you know, climb up mountains, whatever you want to do, all that stuff, you know what I mean? Go underwater, hold your breath, do whatever you want, you know, for a few seconds. Training, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's it, but what I'm doing is something else. What they would think is pussy stuff, but the true Kung Fu does not require a build like that. It does not require the nutrition, whatever the hell supplements they're selling you in this day and age. Because martial arts has been around for thousands of years. All you've got to do is follow the Tao, follow yin and yang, the true way of nature, yin yang, and it will tell you a lot about your own human physique of what you are. And through training, you'll build certain things. Certain exercise, movement, will build up muscle and meat mass on your body. Certain things will stretch the tendons and the skin. The breathing, the lungs. Certain exercise will exercise your breath and your lungs. It's all about that. The inner and the outer and the inner. So for me, the traditional martial art, in terms of working out, for me, I would say, well, do you want to do some martial arts? Traditional martial arts, yeah? You want to do that? Karate's good. Taekwondo's good, but I would say, do Tai Chi, do Qigong, you know, do things like that, Shaolin, Kung Fu, Wudang, you know, do Tai Chi, you know, Bagua, okay, do that. You know, that's what I would say to you. A bit of Wushu, that's what I would say to you, do that. Hong Gao's good, but I would say best one, Tai Chi, okay, Tai Chi, different kind of Tai Chi, do that. Bagua, they're great. For self-defense skill, Tai Chi, Wing Chun, again, any of those arts, Aikido, Ninjutsu, I'd say those for the fighting. But that's the stuff I subscribe to. I don't subscribe to, you know, Blogs Silver or DJ Matt Daddy, whatever the fuck his name is, you know, who's got chains around his head and one of these hip-hop baseball caps on and going there calling out profanity and posing at the weigh-in, you know, and all that, two guys eyeing each other up. Yeah, man, I'm going to be the next champion, man. I tap out. I don't do that. Tap out, tap ass. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not talking about a big build like that. Rant? Look at the way these people rant. It's not about rant. I don't follow the build. I don't follow the build and the bull. You know, I don't follow that. Who what? You know, it's like the fucking. The monkey kicked the bull up the arse every time before he could turn around, you know what I mean? It's not about how big you are, it's not about how much physical strength you have up in you. Let's say you've got a mobile phone, right? You can do a very effective things on a mobile phone by pressing a button or some tech computer. But it doesn't use all its power up to do that one thing, does it? You know what I'm saying? It uses whatever it is using for what it's doing. How much, you know, how much power are you exerting? Are you using? How much money are you spending? You don't want to think about that, right? You want to know what you're getting. You know what I'm trying to say? So, physical strength within the body, as in exerting yourself, and what you're going to need it to fight. Otherwise, you're going to get your ass beat. I'm stronger than you. So I've got to use this, pay this money, pay this strength. No, you know what I'm saying? Always like, I'm bigger than you. How flexible are you going to be, you know? Is it only for the look or what? And you're a bigger target to be struck the fuck out of it, I'm trying to say. So if you're, you know what I'm saying, if you're more flexible, more fluid, like a monkey float, they can't catch you like water. You know what I'm trying to say? You've got different techniques where you can absorb more so. And not use any of your energy. This is what Kung Fu is about. So if you want to know the true build or the true physique of a Kung Fu, a traditional real martial art, you've got to look into nature. Don't look into the pay-per-view. Don't look into what tickets or what gold belts or what fucking trophies you've got on the shelf and what people call you a champion or the second best or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the build, as I said, if you want to do wrestling, if you want to do UFC and all that boxing, Muay Thai, today's this and that, then you need a bigger build, fair enough, a stronger. You need to look into that. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's martial arts in what they think is martial arts, and you've got the traditional martial arts, which people haven't got a clue, even the traditionalists, sadly, too many today, because they just get their ass handed to them, or when it comes to a real fight, they're still doing boxing in the class. They're not even training the true principles. And a lot of these teachers, they're not. Even the old masters are not like the old masters of before. They're just brainwashed younger generations teaching the students. And people might call them master or grandmaster, but believe me, there's been a lot of generations before that, and these people don't have a clue. They've lost the way. They've absolutely lost the way. So we're talking about, the reason I'm going on so much here, and the reason I'm talking so much about martial arts is because we're connecting these two martial arts. Because DEMZLY, my bro, said, you know, what is the best build, you know, perfect build a martial artist should have. So first of all, we've got to understand what people think as martial arts, and then what really is martial arts, as in old, real, true martial arts. Thanks for watching. Let's talk more to come. If you want to talk more about this, anybody, we can. Okay, no arguments. Do what makes you feel good, and study what you do and how your physicality, your physical shape is working for your life. There, I can be real.